Welcome again to Lockdown Drinks, the show that teaches you how to brew your own beverages in the comfort of your home. So today we're going to be making one of my personal favorites. It's the ginger beer, or you can call it a fermented ginger beverage, basically. So with this one, I'm going to be flavoring it with some pineapples as well as with some lime. I like what kind of flavors that lime actually really bring to the beverage right here that we have today, basically. So we have ourselves over here some kilogram of fresh ginger. You can use for yourself some powdered ginger if you do want to. You can also follow the recipe as well. We'll also share the link down below over there. Just go also download the book. Buy the book. In fact, it's only 30 Rand. That's about $1.99 if you are in the US. Then I have myself about 4 limes. You can use as many limes as you want to. Remember, you are still making a ginger beer, so you want to keep the ginger flavor within your beverage, basically. Then I have myself 2 small pineapples. You can use 1 whole pineapple if you do want to. What I do like what pineapple do, they bring that nice fruity, flavor to your drink. And then I also have myself about 2.5 kg of sugar. Remember, what sugar does, it just brings up the alcohol content within your beverage altogether. And then I have myself over here today about a 25-liter little drum. What this, you can use any kind of bottle if you want to, or any kind of fermentation bucket. Just make sure that it's clean and sanitized. I already cleaned mine already, and it is sanitized. Then obviously we have my burner over here just to heat up the pot. And while we're going to be, heating up the whole concentrate that we're going to be making, basically, as we're going to be fermenting a bit later over there. And then I have myself about 20 grams of Anchor's yeast, brewer's yeast, basically. You can use bread yeast if you want to. Just remember, bread yeast does also make it have, that bready flavor. You don't always really want that, but some people don't mind that at all. So what I'm going to do right now is just start already by, chopping up my pineapples first. And then after I chop up my pineapples, then also peel the ginger, then add everything inside of the pot. I already have about 10 liters of water. Then bring that up to a boil for about 15 minutes. Then after you're done boiling that for 15 minutes, you're gonna sift that through all inside of your bucket, basically. Some people like throwing all the concentrate inside there. You can still do that. So if you remember, with your limes, you're just gonna chop them up as well. You don't have to be, too pedantic about them, because they're all gonna go, everything over here is gonna go inside of the boil, basically. What the limes are just gonna do is just give it that nice, fresh lime-like flavor or aroma. Now it's time for the ginger. What we're gonna do is just obviously peel the ginger. Make sure that it's nicely peeled off. Some people prefer having the peels on. I don't. You can actually go to our, download our book, basically. And then there are some instructions that show you how to cultivate your own yeast from the peels of the ginger, basically. Because mainly yeast is a living organism. You can find yeast almost anywhere, on the surface of fruits and vegetables, even on our skin as well. But that's wild yeast, and the only detriment, if I can put it that way, for wild yeast is that you won't always have the same repeat results, basically. While I'm busy chopping away and dicing up my ginger over here, what I'm going to do is just to heat up water that's already inside of my pot. So while we're doing that, we'll have enough time, basically, quicker. It shortens the time, basically, altogether. Yeah. Okay. And what we do is we'll put this baby over here. Great. So right now we are done, dicing up our kilogram of ginger. We also done dicing up as well our pineapple as well. The 2 small pineapples. You can use a big pineapple. And then our 4 limes. Then what we're going to do is just add everything over here apart from the yeast. We're not going to add the yeast as well. We're going to add everything inside over here, and then bring it up to a boil for 15 minutes. You can go for 20 minutes as well if you do want to. Then from there, you're going to allow it to cool down. Then you're going to sift it through as well into your fermentation bucket. So let's start first right now with the sugar, because we want the sugar to dissolve, basically, into your pot. You can use any kind of sugar if you want. It's not boiling yet, but it's already almost at boil. Cool, you want it to dissolve in there. You want to make sure that all of the sugar is dissolved inside there basically. Add in the ginger. Wait, you have the ginger in. Then we're going to add in the pineapples and then the lime. What we'll do is just keep giving it a stir. What you'll do as well, you bring it up to a boil. As you bring it up to a boil, then you start counting down for 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, then you'll switch off the heat, of course. After switching off the heat, then you allow it to cool down, and then you'll strain it through basically into your fermentation bucket. Then after that, then you'll top it up with pre-cooled down water, and then to make sure that it reaches up to 20 liters. And then after that, once it's cool enough, then you'll add your yeast basically, and then you allow it to ferment for about 7 days. Then after 7 days, then you have your fermented delicious ginger beer. Okay, great. So we have been boiling this for about 15 minutes. What I'm going to do over here is remove it from the fire, from the flame. So I have this open here. I'm going to be sifting this through basically into here with a jug that's already been cleaned and sanitized. So you clean it, of course, with normal dishwashing liquid. Then you also run it through with hot water as well. What the hot water does, it kills whatever bacteria that may be around it. I mean, the smells of this is amazing altogether. Here we go. Let's bring it a bit more closer. Woohoo! Okay, maybe not too much. So what we've done is that we've just added concentrate basically into the bucket here. Then I have my pre-boiled and cooled down water in this bucket. There we go. Then I'm going to add this to this side over here. Right now we've just added our water over here to make it 20 liters, and we already have our concentrate over here. It's probably standing up 28 degrees. It should be okay and fine for this yeast. So then after that, obviously when it's done doing that, then I'll take a picture as well, obviously, and then post it as well on our Instagram page, our YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook. Boom. So you can shake the yeast if you want to. It's not really necessary, because what will happen basically, the yeast will right now be rehydrated basically, and then multiply and then start chowing the sugar, and then you will see as it ferments, it tends to form these little circulation movement basically. That's just the yeast fermenting over there basically and eating the sugar and also releasing carbon dioxide. So thank you again for tuning in, and yeah, happy brewing.